Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video from me. I came across this random Buzzfeed article called "Here are 15 unpopular gaming opinions and I want to see if you agree with them." So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. We haven't really talked about unpopular gaming opinions too much here on this channel. I haven't looked at any of these, so I don't have any pre-planned answers at all, but I will link this in the description box below if you wanted to give it a go. But we're just going to talk about 15 unpopular gaming opinions according to this person on Buzzfeed. So let's get on. Playing only mobile games doesn't make you a gamer. Agree or disagree? I disagree. I think playing any video game makes you a gamer, to be honest. I think there's this big debate, I don't know if it's going to come up as we go on, PC versus console players, and I think while PC players definitely have the advantage for certain things, as I said this before, I don't think playing one over the other makes you any more or less of a gamer. Mobile games aren't really for me, they don't really catch my interest, but I think if you only want to play games on your mobile, then go ahead, you know, I don't think it makes you any less of a gamer at all. So, disagree. Games like The Sims or Animal Crossing are boring because you can't win. Disagree. So I do like a good cozy game myself. I do prefer RPGs and action games. I always have done, adventure games, that sort of thing. But I have played both The Sims and Animal Crossing, and I've also played a lot of open world games where there is no ending either. So a game not having an ending doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest. So I wouldn't say they were boring either. I do understand that you get to a certain point, or at least I do, with games like The Sims and Animal Crossing, where you have to put them down for a bit and you don't play them for a while, then you pick them back up again. Yeah, I definitely get that. But I don't think that's because I'm bored of them. I think it's just because I want to play something else at that time. All Battle Royale games are the same. I can't agree or disagree because I've never played a Battle Royale game, to be honest, so I will leave that one up to you guys. Single player games are better than multiplayer ones. Agree, for me. I am a single player. I like couch co-op. For me, I am a single player. Yeah, I do prefer single player games. Here we are. I knew this would come up. Playing on a PC is better than a console. Hard disagree for me because I am a console player. I have played on the PC, but I just prefer traditional console. You know, I'm still a PS2 girl at heart, so I do view consoles as more traditional, I guess. Again, there are advantages to playing on a PC, but I disagree that it's better than playing on a console. Open world games are the worst. Disagree. I quite like open world games. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I want to play a linear game from start to finish. Sometimes I trophy hunt, achievement hunt, so I like having a goal in mind. And sometimes I just like to play for the sake of playing, so it doesn't really matter to me whether it's open world or not. So I'm going to disagree with that one. Controllers are way easier to use than a mouse and keyboard. Hard agree. Actually, I really agree for this. I think most PC players do put controllers into their systems nowadays. I don't know if many people play with keyboard and mouse still. Correct me if I'm wrong. I tried to play Sudeki on the PC. I've spoken about this in a previous video. And playing that with just a keyboard and mouse was a nightmare. The microtransactions in games make them less fun. Agree, for me. I don't mind buying DLC. I will buy a DLC because you get to keep that DLC forever. So I'm happy with DLC. In terms of things like loot boxes and like you say, microtransactions, no. I probably won't play a game if it has them now. Stories in games are very unnecessary. Hard disagree. I mainly play games for the story. I like the escapism of it. I like the fantasy of it. So stories in games are very much necessary for me, not unnecessary. So I'm going to hard disagree on that. Ranked multiplayer games are super toxic. Okay, my own personal experience, I can't say, because I've never played a ranked multiplayer game, or if I have, I haven't really done much with it. There is a certain toxicity to people who play MMOs, to be honest. However, that's just people, isn't it? I don't know if the games are super toxic. The fandoms can be, but I think every fandom can be, so I don't really want to answer that one, to be honest. Indie games aren't as good as games made by bigger developers. Disagree. I have played some fantastic indie games, and I'm probably going to do a video at one point talking about indie games more. MMOs are overrated. No, I disagree. I don't think they're overrated. They're not for me, but I don't think they're overrated. I think you can play whatever the heck you want to play, and it doesn't matter if someone says it's overrated or not. If you enjoy it, then play it. Visual novels are games. Oh, I'm going to disagree because I think they are their own form of media, but I don't think that makes one any better than the other. But I don't think I would classify a visual novel as a game, if I'm honest. I could have been clicking this to see how many people agreed and disagreed with me, but I didn't. Gaming is not a career and esports isn't a sport. Hard disagree. I think there are so many people who have made a living, particularly here on YouTube, playing games. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. In terms of esports not being a sport, I'm not really the right person to ask because I'm not a sports person, you know? So whether sports people agree or disagree, I wouldn't know. Girl gamers don't exist. Okay, this is a controversial one because I clearly am a female, so I do exist, I do play games. Is it exhausting to be constantly referred to as a girl gamer? Yes. I've also used that tag myself, yeah, so I don't want to come across as a hypocrite if I disagree here. I would rather we just view each other as gamers rather than girl gamers. You never really hear the term boy gamers. And that's the last one. So have a go yourself if you'd like. Like I say, you can click agree or disagree and view the results. I chose not to do that for the sake of brevity for this video. But if you would like to, then please feel free to do that. So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on this and I will see you all soon. Bye, Embers.